Hello guys, this is Sandra here, and today we we just arrived to the finale of the Project Roulette collab. I always struggle with that, I always mess it up, but you know, you will see it in the title, so it's all good. Also, if I'm weird in my hands, I'm sorry. I decided to try some false nails as I have a week off at work and I'm just not too sure how I feel about them, or yeah, I don't know. I haven't really had false nails in a while and I'm not really used to have really long nails, so I don't know, we'll see. I might pick them off by tonight. These are just a press-on ones, so we'll see. Oh, also, quick disclaimer, the background is slightly different from what we had before just because we got new bookshelves, so it just looks slightly different, but I'm still sitting in front of a bookshelf, so it's quite the same but not really. But without me rambling on for too long, let's hop into the video, and I'm gonna link the playlist below so you can check out everyone's video. And I'm sure that if you're watching this, you know it by now that this project was started by Rebecca Morgan and Alexi, so I will link their channels down below as well. But now let's go. So the first product is something I had in since the intro, and it took me ages and ages and ages, and it's a collab product which I chose, the MAC Without Your Love lipstick, which was a collaboration with Ellie Goulding. And drum roll please, it's gone. I mean, it's still at the point where you can sort of put it on your lips, but at the same time it got to the point where I can't draw any more lines under the progress, so I will just put up a picture here of what it looked like last time, because it's now completely flat, so I might use it 2 or 3 more times. That's really all that's left in there, and then it will be completely flat and it's gonna scratch my lips, so I will just keep it for like 1 more 2 days till I can use it. And I think I got so much progress down, one, because it started to melt. It was really hot in the past few weeks, well, a few days. Nowadays it's just grey, so I, you know, just went in a bit more than I would put on normally, so that helped. But also I took this to work with me so I could reapply it throughout the day, and that really helped, and I'm so happy. I don't think I ever used up like an entire lipstick, let alone a full size, so that's a huge achievement and I'm really happy about that. The next product and category was something you considered decluttering, and I had the Bare Minerals translucent powder duo, and I had the Glow Brilliant powder from there, the matte I used up ages ago. And if you watch my previous video, you know that I just repressed it in a pan and it's gone. Now I have to say, 1, I didn't really like it, and 2, after I repressed it, I think I did it wrong. I didn't press it firmly enough, or I didn't crumble it enough, because every time I went in with my brush to swirl it around and then put it on my cheeks, it just crumbled. And actually I just finished it up right now today for the video, so even though I have a highlighter, I use this sort of all over my face, and it just got to the point where it crumbled completely, and yeah, that was just not much point keeping it, to be fair. But there was quite a fair amount of product left from when I started, as you will see it from the pictures, so I'm quite happy that it's gone. I used it up and it's out of my collection, and I used to love this powder in the beginning, but lately it was just, I don't know if it's me repressing it, but even before I repressed it I didn't really like it much, so I'm happy that I gave it a fair amount of use, even though if the last bit broke. But I'm not that sad that it's gone. Would I repurchase again? I don't think so. The matte side, if they would sell it separately, I would be up for that. I really like that. But this one was just not my cup of tea. Also, if you have a recommendation for an illuminating powder that you really like, preferably pressed, please let me know. I'm thinking of purchasing maybe the Hourglass one. I'll have to see. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, please let me know below. Okay, so the next one is a product out of your comfort zone, and for that I chose the Catrice Silver Eyeshadow, which is called Mr. Grey and Me. And I'm not going to take a progress picture of this just because I haven't even touched it since last update, I don't think. No, I haven't touched it, so I don't really like cool toned shadows. Like even today I thought, oh, I'm gonna do a cool toned eye look, and then it turned it just turned warm. I don't I don't know. I don't mind cool tones on my lips. I don't mind cool tones on my cheeks. Every once in a while, if I'm in the mood, I will use it on my eyes, but it doesn't happen too often. And I don't know. I mean, the formula of this eyeshadow is really, really good. So if they sell Catrice if they sell Catrice where you live, I would say give these a whirl, because the pigmentation of it is really good. The formula is really nice. It's just a color that really is out of my comfort zone, and I just really forgot about it. It wasn't where all my other products are. I keep all my projectpan items in a little container or like box right on the side of my table, and this was right there with the other ones, but I just never really gravitated towards it, and it's a fail. It's a fail. So the next product I have is the Benefit Birthday Suit Cream Eyeshadow, and if you remember, I hit my goal on this 2 updates ago, I think. So my original goal was to hit pan on it, which I did, and then I kept it in because I liked it a lot more than I thought. And I use it quite a fair amount of times. I don't think I used it as much as before, but you will see from the pictures there's a bigger dip in there. Now unfortunately the lid broke on it, so I think it started to dry out, but I will use it as long as I can, I think. And I'm just gonna chuck it once it really dried out. But that was my problem with the other one as well. Like, if you remember, I mentioned it, was it in the intro? No, I rolled it in, I think, at the first update. I mentioned as well that I had another one that broke that was called 50 cent. So I think it's just the products, like the packaging's fault, really. But yeah, I liked it a lot more than I did, and I already hit my goal on it, so I just kept it in to get more use out of it, really. The next category was a product you regret buying. Sorry, I just keep looking down because I have my list there. And I rolled in the Pretty Rich palette by Too Faced, which is a fairly new release. And I told you that the glittery shades and even the shimmery ones just don't perform how I want them to be. So I wanted to instead concentrate on colors that I actually like in here, just so I get some use out of the palette. And I was mainly focusing on either Fancy That, which is that brown shade on the top, or it's Cashmere. And again, I went for the warmer shade. I know, shocking. So I'm gonna insert a close-up, but even probably from here you can see there's a pretty good dent in there, and I don't really know how deep these pens are. It seems really deep because every time I thought I'm gonna reach it, I was really concentrating my brush in the middle and then just didn't. So I don't know. And I have to say I used Fancy That a few amount of times. I also used its designer quite a lot to set my eyelid. So I definitely reached more for it than I would have if I don't roll this in, so I'm really happy about that. And I will try to keep using it just as a transition shade because I want to know how deep these pens are, because there's such a huge dip in there and I just didn't reach it. So it's a fail, but at the same time I'm happy that I got a good amount of use out of it, so I think that's quite positive. But yeah, yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I just can't talk lately. I'm not sure what's wrong with me. Right, the next category is a product you already hit pan on, and for that I chose the MAC Harmony Blush. And I told you last time that this is the one item that, even though I keep getting hard pan on it, so every once in a while I have to like scrape it off just so I can use it again, because otherwise there's no pigment coming on my brush. And even though that happened, I still didn't manage to use it up. There's still a fair amount of product, but again, the pen got quite a bit bigger, as you can see. I did a fair amount of progress, and I do really like this. The color of it is really nice. It's just really annoying that every once in a while, when I say every once in a while, I mean like after every second use at least, I have to go in with a spatula or with a spoolie or whatever and scrape off the top, which is one, wasting product, two, it's wasting my time, which is a bit annoying. But at the same time, I do really like this product, so I don't just want to chuck it. But yeah, it is a beautiful, it's more like a bronzer slash contour, but rather more bronzer shade on me. Let me see if I can swatch it for you. I'm not sure, the lights are horrible today. The weather is just so grey. Okay, so that's obviously quite built up there. but it's quite a beautiful shade on me. I'm not really wearing it today, but never mind. I really do like this color, and I'm happy that I got more use out of this product, and I will keep using it. It can't take too long. I might have to repress it, but again, we all know my repressing skills are not the best. So we'll see. But I do really like this product, and that's it. That was it. That was the last product. But since it's the finale, I think I'm gonna go through my list of products just so we can see sort of all together how I did. And I think that would be quite nice for me as well. So all together I chose okay, so altogether I had 11 products in this project since the intro, and I hit my goal on 8 of them. Yeah, I hit my goal on 8 of them. So the first one, if you remember in the intro, I chose, well, I got the old favorite category, and for that I chose the Balm Nude Tude palette, and I wanted to use up one of the pens and then also hit pan on one more shade, which I did by the first intro, so that was completely successful. Then I had the Urban Decay Blackout eyeshadow, which I wanted to use it all up, and I dropped it, so I guess we count that still. I got that out of my collection. Then I had the lipstick that I just hit my goal on now. Then we had an expensive product, which was my Tom Ford Pink Sand Blush that I really loved. And my goal in that one was to hit pan, which again I did by I think the next update, and I still left it in for an additional turn as well because I love that product so much, and I still get it out every once in a while. I really like the color of that. But yeah, that was a success too. Then I had an A1 Super Shock Gel Eyeliner. If you remember, it was a pearly pink kind of color, and it really was not working well on my eyes. I think it was just expired, so I got rid of it just because it didn't really feel safe. It just made my eye itchy, and just, yeah, I was not comfortable with putting it in my waterline, and that's the only place where you would use a color like that. So I got rid of that, but still it counts. I feel like these projects are quite good as well because you can decide if you want to declutter something, so it was quite good for that purpose as well for me. Then I had the Bourjois Chocolate Bronzer, which again I used it for a bit, but then it broke. Do you see a pattern? I swear I'm not smashing them on purpose, but it just happens sometimes. As I said many times before, I'm quite a clumsy person, so oops. And then the next one was the translucent powder from Bare Minerals, which, as we talked about, I used up. Then we had the Catrice Silver Shadow, which was an epic fail. I can't help it. It's just, I want to keep it still because you never know when I might need a silver eyeshadow, or I might, you know, people change, so I might want to reach for it in the future. And again, it's a good shadow. It was just not something that I gravitated towards at this time period. And then we had the Benefit Birthday Suit Cream Shadow, which again went well. Then we had the Too Faced palette, which even though I didn't hit my goal on that, I feel like it was still quite successful just because it made me reach for the palette, and I did enjoy that shadow a lot, and I want to continue using it. So I think that's like a 50-50 in there. And then the last product was the MAC Harmony Blush, which again, I don't think it will take me much longer to use up, so you can always, you know, keep your eyes out and see if it pops up in the future empties. That's it for today, and I really hope that there will be another round of this project. I think Rebecca said there will be, so again, thank you for both Rebecca and Lexi for opening it up to all of us. I think it's quite a nice community that got together, and I really enjoyed it, and it helps me to get through my products a bit more. And I actually used quite a few products that I haven't reached for in a while, so that was quite nice for that. But that's it for today. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. That would make me really happy. But for now, I'm gonna go, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye! Have a nice day.